Hi, my name is Rocky. I'd like to take you through another video for Witch Doctors. I'm doing 10 Witch Doctors for 10 playstyles, rather 10 playstyles for 10 Witch Doctors, spanning every skill on almost every passive, and I'm also doing every element possible, all 4 elements. So you're going to see a lot of action from me in the next few, I guess, weeks while we wait on PTR to end and 2.1 to begin. Right now it's the first week of August. PTR could drop next week, it could drop next year. Nobody knows, a lot of bugs. But for now, while we're waiting, I thought I'd introduce you to this build that I've got going on, and I call it Entourage. And the reason why I call it Entourage is because right now I'm alone, and I don't like being alone, so I like having my boys around. And I'll be joined by Mimics, procced by my Grim Reaper. I'll be joined by Clones, procced by my Haunted Vaxo. And I'll be joined by my followers, procced by my Sherry's Finder set, all on about a 30-second cooldown. If you notice, I'm also doing Fetish Army and a Gary to join me as well. And they'll be popping out, or I'll be proccing the Fetish Army and the Gary myself, but everything else will be popping out when the action gets good. That's why I call it Entourage. I've got 1,000,000 damage, not that high, it could be higher, but there are a few things that I decided to go with. I'm a little more defensive heavy, and for now I am fire at 69%. You don't have to be any particular element, but fire works for this build pretty well. Cooldown, very important, 33.33%. I like to be higher, but this is comfortable. I think anything higher, anything north of 30%, you're doing very well. You'll be cycling through your mass confusion should you be having it to proc your stun, which would proc your clones. My crit chance and crit damage are both pretty nice. I am also using a string of ears so I can have some defensive quality about me. And I'm not using any skill increases. Again, I'm using armor here, armor there. A lot of things that'll really get me defensive minded. I've got vitality here as opposed to firebomb and another thing of the deep. So for now, it's been almost 2 minutes. I'd like to get in some action, show you how this thing works. I've got a elite happening right here outside this portal, so we'll get to it. I will be switching to SMK fairly soon, so I can show you how it works with that. You don't need a particular weapon to work for this to work with. Again, it's all about the other options of Grim Reaper, Haunted Vaxo, and your Sherry set. Anything else will really work pretty well. But I'm going to show you those 2 weapons and how they work. And let's pop into something right now and get in some good action. You're going to see my followers. All my pets are going to be taking a lot of my damage for me, which is cool. So I won't be taking a lot of that heat. If you notice, they are doing a pretty good job taking heat for me. Not taking a whole lot of damage. These guys are distracted pretty well. I'm just standing here. And fortunately, there's not a whole lot of elemental fixes to worry about with this particular elite group. And they're dying fairly fast. Oh, I got hit. And I'm going to pop my Mass Confusion into the Gary. And one of them died. Oh, another thing, when I'm using Vision Quest, I'll take you through my skills, my passive in a moment. I'm using Vision Quest, and my Grim Reaper mimics are using Firebomb, which procs Vision Quest 4, which is really kind of cool. So I don't have to worry about it so much. This guy. 6 minutes have gone by. I am using fire bats because it's a lot of fun. I can use a different fire element, but again, I'm going through every skill and almost every passive possible with all 10 Witch Doctors, and I'm choosing to use fire bats on here. He's a lot of fun. Firebomb with Pyrogist, Fetish Army, Tiki Torches with fire, your Gargantuan Wrath Protector with fire, Mass Confusion, which is really a lot of fun. But again, I'm using the rune Mass Hysteria to proc stun, which will of course proc my Haunted Vaxo and Tommy in fashion. And I've got no defensive passives happening. That's why I'm defensive heavy with my string of ears and all my toughness. So let's see if I can find another elite with a pretty good amount of time to go. 5 minutes. Quickly. I'm not going to bother popping my Gary clones. Some of this trash, so you can kind of see what's happening with my clones and my followers. They're all kicking butt pretty well. I'll pop in here and take this trash. one's coming out, and oh, I should change it as a 2.1's coming out fairly soon, and without knowing what's happening, I mean, this build can be changed just like any other pet build possibly can. There's really no way of knowing what that's going to be, so just kind of have to go with the flow and maybe offer suggestions. I'm very open to that. Any changes that you want to see happen with this build, I'm very open to that as well. Pick up the shrine, so that means I'll be looking at Elite pretty soon. It's a challenge shrine. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, I'm not ready to die, everybody. Oh, no. You thought wrong. Expecting this guy, I'm going to change Gary to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. And I'm going to use Boogeyman, because I like more things popping up. Change weapons. That's important. Here's my SMK. Of course, I'm using channeling pylon, so that really helps, but let's change this weapon so we can see what's happening with this. With this weapon. That's all time. And the only thing I really have to dodge are affixes such as Sentry and Lightning. There's my followers, all my clones and mimics. They're all taking my heat for me. There are 2 minutes left. Hopefully I can find another elite. It's a kill. As you can see, this is a really fun build to have. A lot of things are happening. Again, I'm not taking a whole lot of heat. With mass confusion, and with my followers and pets all distracting these guys, I can lay back and cut, kill them with fire. Bats. Is there legendary. This video is only going to go out for another 2 minutes. Because that's how long I give my videos. 10 minutes tops. Hopefully I can run into the elite. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh well. We got 2 looks at elites with 2 different weapons with this build, and as you can see, everything's procced. I'm using SMK for now. Everything's going to cool down pretty quick. I can say I already know these guys, and I will not get hit. So many distractions, so many things happening. Even when they start to threaten to hit me, I can probably do this. So here on T6, this build is perfectly viable, as you can see, and something you may have never thought about. But for now, that's pretty much all this video has to show. I've got 57 seconds left. Maybe I can discover something fun and show you, but I probably have shown everything possibly can so far. I've shown you what my followers' damage look like. I've shown you what my procs all look like. Show you what this weapon would look like with SMK. I'll show you what this would look like with Thunder Fury, which I'm going to change back to now. Go back to Gary. 23 seconds left. Not much else to show you, but this is a fun request, and I thought I'd introduce you to something that's kind of new. And it should survive 2.1 well. A lot of changes are happening in 2.1, but I don't know what they're going to do quite yet, as they are implied in this video. So have a good time.